Hey guys, it's Kugli again with another ROM review, and this time I've got the Android Ice Cold project for the Nexus 5, so stay tuned for that. So the Android Ice Cold project has been a long-running series of ROMs, and it has quite a following. It's one of the best ROMs available for devices, and it is really cool. I have been trying out, as you guys may know, various ROMs from various spectra of the list to have as my daily driver for when my Z3 is not here with me. So this I came across too late, I would say, because I have already moved into one ROM. So yeah, I would like to just start about this ROM. Now this is a really cool ROM. Get it? It is Ice Cold project. So yeah, let's get into the settings. Now first of all, what you will see here in the about phone page is that it is AICP, which is Android Ice Cold project. So yeah, it is Nexus 5, Android 5.1.1, and this is the latest version nightly, and this was released yesterday. So pretty cool. It's really nice. You have all that data here. Now in terms of the ROM, how this is a fairly feature rich ROM, and I will be getting into the features right now. First of all, what you will see here in the personalization options is AICP extras, in which there are various shit, literally, and that is really cool. So in that, you can see that you can disable FC notifications so that you are not bugged with stuff all the time, but I have kept it disabled to actually see if there are any FC notifications, and to my pleasure, there were none. Hide carrier label on the lock screen, you can have that. Enabling this will restart the system UI, and it will go black, and yeah, it will go like this. And the carrier ID is disabled in lock screen, so you can have that. Show weather, lock screen weather, font colors, torch screen off. With the screen off, the torch will no longer be off, or you can actually have a delay. SLNX switch options, you can actually enable this from here, permissive or enforcing by the way you want. A few apps do have problems with permissive ones, so yeah, you can have that. Also, it does have a boot animation selector, which is pretty cool. This is the boot animation for this ROM, which is really awesome. And I mean, I was going to show you guys boot animation, but hey, this pretty much sums it up. You can actually set custom files, the zip files, and actually have that imported, and that is really nice. It also has 3-finger gestures, which is pretty cool for screenshots. C-clock setting, which is a basic cyanogen mode setting. So it also has Slim Pi, which is pretty awesome. I mean, for people who use Slim Pi for most of the stuff, you can actually use this, and it does work. It's really cool. You can enable, you can select the buttons, whatever will be available here. So it is really nice, and it is really customizable. You also have gesture anywhere, which is my favorite feature in any of the ROMs. I really like gesture anywhere functionality, which is really nice. And enabling that, it also has float mode, so anything enabled, anything opened in gesture anywhere will not close the background application. It will merely appear as an overlay in front of you so that you can use it. It's really cool. It also has the app circle bar and sidebar, but for me, gesture anywhere is the best one. It also has this, so anyone using any of these features will feel right at home. In the UI settings, you have a few options like notification drawer setting, where you can select the number of notification tiles on your page. So you have quite a lot of notification settings, and you can see there are context based tiles also, like next alarm. If you have a next alarm set, it will show the next alarm rather than next alarm. So you have a lot of options. Even restart system UI. Slim actions is also a really cool feature. You do have that. And it even has compass, which is, well, hey, it's really nice. And it has a lot of tiles. It has over 30 tiles, so you can actually go through that. It also has an option for 5 tile option, which I personally do not use, but if you are planning to use all the tiles in here, to put that to use, you may have to use 5 tiles to have all of that in one page. So that's really cool. You can also enable the enlarge first to row, detailed Wi-Fi view. All of these can be enabled. Auto close panel after touch, vibrate on touch. Brightness I have disabled because I like the swipe to size the status bar to control the brightness thing. Taskbar enabled, so I have actually enabled the taskbar, and it does work. So it is really cool. It can show a lot of options on, and also you can also disable the heads up notification from here, which is nice. Slim actions can be configured from here. You can enable, or we can add or remove actions from the screen slim action panel, and that will be the only options available in the quick setting panel. So yeah. Display and animation, it does have AICP custom animation, so you can actually control every aspect of the animations of this phone. So from opening windows to opening cascades, even toast animation, list view animation, all that can be selected. It also has a LCD density selector, which you can have, and you can even set a custom LCD density. But do mind that once you select a custom density, Play Store may find it difficult to find apps for you. So just flash the universal DPI Play Store so that you can use that still. So yeah. Recent panel settings, now it does have a slim recent and omni switch, which I have talked a lot already, and this is the normal recent, and it also has the really cute curved edges, which I really appreciate. It also can enable slim recent, which is this one, and it does work. So yeah. Also, OmniSwitch is a feature here, and you can enable OmniSwitch. A lot of people do prefer OmniSwitch to any of the recent panels. So yeah, preferences. Status bar option. The status bar option, you have a clock and day setting, which you can change a whole lot of option, including font style, which is my favorite one. I like center clock, center AM PM indicator, and center date clock with condensed font and smaller font size. So you can actually do all of that, and it is really cool. You do have option for AICP logo on the status bar, which is more or less becoming a favorite for a lot of people to just showcase what ROM they are using. So yeah, it also has brightness control, which I personally use a lot because I find this to be much more intuitive than opening up the quick setting panel. You can also have all of these headset icon, double tap to sleep, volume mode icon, all of these can be selected. It also has greeting when you want to when you come out of the lock screen, it will show you a greeting on the status bar. So that's really cool. Heads up notification, it is a full-fledged heads up notification setting, where you can select the touch outside behavior, swipe behavior, all of this can be selected. In the system settings, now these settings have to be selected with a bit of caution because these are actual system settings. Wake clock blocker, if you enable wake clock blocker, it will give you a lot of settings, and if you are experiencing problem with wake clock, you may need to select a few, and you may need to block a few of them. So again, do not do it if you do not understand what it is. Just go search what it is, and then if you are sure about it, do it. So yeah, it also has a ad blocker, which is pretty cool. It changes the host files and makes it so that you won't get ads on your applications. But again, these are developers and they need to eat too, so do help them out. It also has kernel auditor, which is one of the best tools to monitor and use your device with. So that is really cool. It does have a lot of options like CPU settings, core selector, all of that can be selected from here. So it's really nice. Now in the system setting, you also have AICP OTA updater, which is really cool. It does have OTA updates, and you will get right now I am in the latest version, and it will download the full ROM and flash it for you. So it's really cool. It does work out. So yeah, that is it in the AICP extra settings. Now it's not a layer supported ROM, but it does have a CyanogenMod theming engine, which is pretty cool. I really like this one because you have pre-packaged theme. For layers, you really do have to get into the ROM, and well, you have to get a bit creative, and this is a pre-packaged canned one. So yeah. Buttons option, in the buttons option, you have a few options for the navigation bar, like buttons and layout. Of course, you have that. You can enable. Now this is something which I really appreciate. You can actually have buttons on both the sides rather than just on the right side. You can add it on the both sides, which is a pretty cool feature, and I don't think anyone have thought of it yet. So that's really nice. It also has double tap to sleep, show arrows while typing, navigation bar dimensions, you can also change that. Slim dim, it also has slim dim, and it does work now. Navigation, recent buttons, all of that is there. Recent rings, home button, now hardware button options, answer call with home button. It doesn't have a home button, so I'm not really sure why this is. It's probably one of those ROM commit things, so yeah. The display option, it does have a proximity wake, which is something which I really appreciate because I get a lot of pocket dials. It also has ambient display with dose mode, which I really appreciate. Font sizes, you can actually select that and have a smaller font, which I personally prefer. Wake up on charge, all of this is available and it is cool. Now, sound and notification option, it does have the notification light LED working already, so you don't have to select a lot of stuff beforehand, so you can see it is working. So yeah, it also has option for volume steps, which is really cool. I mean, these are stuff which should have been there with Android stock, so I personally like it a lot when it is enabled in a custom ROM, because well, that is what it is supposed to be. So yeah, that is it in the settings menu, which is pretty awesome. Now this ROM comes with SuperSU and GApps, if you don't mind. GApps is also included, which is the minimal one, so you do have to include your information here so that you can get it. So pretty cool. Developer option, you have advanced reboot, you have a system UI restart option in the developers tool, which is really handy if you are going to use this ROM to modify themes and stuff, so it can be really useful for you. So yeah, I guess that much is it in the settings, and that was a lot of settings, and this is what I like about this ROM. The settings are not overwhelming, but still they welcome you and they actually make you not get bored with your phone. So that is something which I really appreciate from any ROM which is doing that. Now in the apps menu, you do have a few of them. As you can see, it is AICP OTA updater is there. You do have audio effects to select the way you listen to music, all of that. And this is something which I installed. Now the launcher is CyanogenMod launcher, which is really cool. You do have the alphabets on the bottom, which is really useful. I really appreciate this one a lot. So yeah, now let me show you guys the Antutu benchmark score. Now again, first things first, this is the score I'm getting right now, which is 37,000. I'm pretty sure I won't be getting this score again in front of the camera, so I'm just going to wait. So yeah. So there you have it. It wasn't that bad as I was expecting, because normally when I get a score like 38,000 or 37,000, the next score in front of the camera would be about 33,000 or something like that. So I was really kind of disappointed with that, but hey, this is cool. But it's really nice. It's almost 36,000. So I would say this is an average. It's below average. The average would be about 36,500 in the range. So that is a very good score for a ROM with almost all the features. So that is really nice. So I guess that much is it about the ROM. Again, this ROM is a feature-filled ROM, and it knows it's a feature-filled ROM. So that is why you have various shit in that setting. So where is that? Yeah, various shit in that setting. So that's really cool. It does have a lot of options, and it does give you a lot for the 200 something megs which you are going to download. So it's really cool. Let me show you guys the battery life, which is pretty neat, I would say, because it is what is expected, because a ROM with so many features is going to have some problems with battery life, because it will be waking the device whole over again. So you can see it does have wake lock issues. It's not going anywhere. You can use the wake lock blocker, which is provided with the ROM, to tackle that somehow. But I would say this is a normal battery life for a ROM of this caliber, so that is really cool. I guess that much is it about the ROM. Hope you guys like the video. Please share, subscribe, and like the video if you found it useful. See you guys next time. Bye.